I love the worship part in the beginning where First Lady sings, and then I threw Fanga Misa under the bus a couple of weeks ago. And she is with Samoan Solutions. And if you follow her on social media, you know that she sings and she's very talented and she plays the ukulele. And so I threw her under the bus a couple of weeks ago. And so
she's still under that bus.
She's still under the bus. I'm sorry, Fanga. And Tina asked her to start our worship. So I love. Maury is saying she can't hear us.
We're
having technical difficulties. And then I love that.
We need to get them together.
Have to start over again.
We need to get them together and have them do an album. Like just do songs with Fanga and Falatua.
Yeah. So I love that. And then what else? This
week we had our final Pacifica Talanoa.
We had our final Pacifica Talanoa on Friday, which was really, really good. Go ahead and talk about that, Carl.
We had made that. We had made Pacifica Talanoa early on in the shelter in place, the pandemic, because everybody was locked up in their homes, and I think that the community needed a way to vent and I guess share with people that were not in their homes or in their normal lives because we're so locked up. And I think people were much more sheltered in place at that point early on in the pandemic. So it kind of ran its course. Pacifica Talanoa, we had as many as, 14, 15, 16 people in it at one point. And it just started to trail off, which is good because that means the community, we served the purpose that we needed at the time. So we're kind of thinking that this was our final Pacifica Talanoa, but and we'll talk about COVID numbers. They're getting worse. They're worse than they were when we were originally doing it. So we may end up cooped up in our houses again, and the community may need that. And if that's the case, we'll start it up again. But they're really, because there were so few people doing it on Friday, which again, we were happy to see the dwindling numbers of the show. Normally we aren't. We have a program. We want as many people as possible, but that just meant that people were comfortable in their own lives and didn't necessarily need that support group environment. But we'll see. If the community needs it, we'll bring it back. But we had a good talk with, we had 4 or 5 people on for the final episode of it. What'd you think, Naki?
I thought it was really good that we went to now that people can hear me. I was just talking about, we had the final episode of Pacifica Talanoa, which was awesome. And like you said, I love that it dwindled down because people were starting to get out and talk to other people, and so that's awesome. I just wanted to say thank you to Maury Manamea, who is doing her speed running at Lake Merced. If you see her, she usually runs around Lake Merced about 2 or 3 times, so go Maury.
Wow.
Yeah, she's awesome. Good morning, Carol Netmia, who just had her grandbaby, who is so beautiful. Good morning, sister. Also,
grandbaby?
Yes.
Oh.
So you have to go on her page to see her baby if you follow her. Michelle Kelly, good morning. Thank you so much, everyone, for letting us know that we were having just a little technical difficulties, but we're back.
Maybe we need pictures of the new grandbaby. So
it
could be a
so I can use the baby for memes if you don't mind. Just girl tag me on it and I can use it. Good morning, Agnes. Good morning, everyone. So we're on early this morning. Like I said, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to do it anyway. Every day at 6:00 in the morning, we joined a prayer group that is with Pastor Maverick and First Lady Audrey. And every 6 a.m. we get our spiritual fill. And then it's in Samoan and English. And you don't really have to belong to the church. You just can join. Anyone can join. And my favorite part is the worship. And I was just talking about how I threw Fanga under the bus, who is with Samoan Solutions. And we'll talk about Samoan Solutions in a little bit. And because she plays the ukulele and she sings amazing. And so I threw her under the bus. And now Tina asked her to do worship in the morning when she can, and it's a great way to start your morning. And if you can only tune in for a couple of minutes, it's awesome. But hit us up and we'll let you know where you can go. I'll send you the Zoom link if you would like to, Joe. Elena Malai, good morning.
Good morning, Elena. I think Wednesday or
Yeah.
Thursday, Fong sang she said, I have a sleeping baby in my lap during prayer group. And I was thinking, okay, then she's not going to sing. And she still sang. And it was still beautiful, and it's just a little bit softer than normal. But it's a really welcoming environment in that prayer group. I was a little intimidated going in, like, what's it going to be like? Is it going to be all fa Samoa? Am I going to understand anything? And they do a really good job of really welcoming everybody and having everybody participate. So if you have your mornings free, that's something that you might want to add to your morning routine.
Right. And I didn't realize how I appreciate the prayers in the morning. And, our life is so fast paced. And sometimes like on my way to work, I pray every morning. And I pray every morning on my way to work. And but to be in that group and to get a little bit more of the spiritual kick, it's a great positive way to start your morning. And I'd have to say I've had a good day every day since I've joined. But Tina, Audrey she has a beautiful voice, and I know I say this every Sunday, but you have to come in and experience her voice. Yes.
If for nothing more than to hear Tina and Fanga sing, just come in for the voice.
Yep. So we started early today. We're going to be because we're going to go to church, and it's usually Sunday, right? What do? You go to church. So that's what we're doing. We thought we'd take a break, start early, and go. So this week we had Pasifika Talanoa, and then we were crazy busy this week with so much stuff. And then we're going to be starting a faith leader kind of Talanoa news kind of conference kind of thingy.
Yeah, it's a new program, and we're going to be partnering with the faith leaders to communicate directly to that group.
Right.
So rather than, and I think that we will communicate to people far beyond that specific genre or that niche, but it is specifically we're going to have faith leaders on.
Yes.
We'll probably have one as a host or a continuing host.
Right.
We'll have guests.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that. I think it's a new area for us to get into. And I'm excited to work with that community.
Right. And so our host or our partner coming up is Pastor P.K. Thompson, who, if you know him, he's freaking amazing. He's got his master's. He's working on his doctrine. He is a pastor for a church in Dominguez Hills. And he's doing all the working community work. And he's also working with the National PI COVID-19 response team to help spread the word of COVID-19, because as you know that we say every week, Pacific Islander numbers are growing massive. Like our nationality has the highest numbers of cases, not deaths, but cases. And so we just want to spread the word. And so Pastor P.K. Thompson will be joining us. I believe we'll be starting in a week or so, and we're going to be on Saturday mornings. And so join us with your cup of coffee and get some data, get some information, come get entertained. And if you've heard Pastor Thompson speak, because he used to do interviews himself on his Facebook, he's an amazing guy, and he's working with the community, and we're just trying to spread the word and trying to save lives, our community.
He's no stranger to the interview format.
Right.
I'm actually a little nervous having him join because he's going to be as good or better than us at interviewing people. And he's very, very engaging, very inspiring when he speaks. So definitely it's going to be kind of an evolving thing where we just know that we need to speak. We need to get our voice out there and get the voices heard with that information. So we're going to start. We don't have it all planned out. We're just that's the way that Faika goes. We don't have to have it all figured out. We always say we got to do the first one in order to have a second one. So the first one's coming soon. I think we're going to try to get it done next week.
Right.
And we're excited for that, especially to work with Pastor Thompson when we're
Oh my God.
on our national meetings. Every time he speaks, there's everybody so amazing and inspiring in that group, but there are certain ones that I just when they speak, it's like I make sure that I am everything, all the sound is off and everything. And he and Jacob Vitisamanu, those are just people. I don't know if it's their voice, and I've heard Jacob speak in person, and that it was the violence intervention event that Melissa Natane Jones had put on a couple of years ago, and he told Jacob told his whole kind of his life story. And I think he was there for an hour. He spoke for maybe an hour, and it felt like it was like 5 or 10 minutes. Like at the end, I was like, man, I wish he hadn't had more time. That's the way I always feel when Pastor Thompson speaks to the group and he addresses the group. It always gets done, and I'm like, wow, man, we need more time with him. So we just decided to start a show with him and have all time we need.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Last week we did an hour show, and I get it in the middle of the show, like at around 10:45 or something. Carl texts me, and he's sitting right next to me, and he says, "Oh, let's cut the show short today. I think an hour is good." So I go, "Okay, whatever." So after the show. He's like, "Oh, let's go get something to eat." And mind you, I just made this big breakfast. And then he's like, "Oh, I feel like poke. Let's go get some poke." So I go, "Okay, let's go." And literally right after the show, he grabs his backpack and he's like, "Let's go." And I was like, "Well, damn, dude."
So let's back up to the end of the show. I said, I had texted her, "Hey, I don't think let's drop the last topic. I'm not feeling it."
Right.
And she nodded and said, "Okay." And then I went back on the mic and said, "Okay, that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us. Let's check us out Tuesday in our midweek," and wrap the show up in quickly. And that's
right.
Really, Naki's usually the one that puts a bow on the end of the show. So after she nods yes, I just go on and close the show out, and I can tell Naki's like, "What are you doing?" But
right.
She went with it because that's kind of how our show is. We're, I don't know, we just kind of fly however it goes.
Right. So we leave the show and we go, he goes, "Oh, I found this place." So we go look at this place. We get there and the place is closed.
Not only is closed, it's out of business.
It's out of business. So he purposely picked a place that was out of business in Vallejo, which is going towards the city. And then he says, "Oh, let's try another sushi place." So I find another place in Vallejo. We get there, and then I look up the menu and everything, and we're going to decide what to do. And then he throws his chair back and decides to take a nap, which is not out of the ordinary because he takes naps sometimes when we're running around. So it was like a 5-minute nap, which is kind of odd because he usually naps longer than that. But anyway. So then he goes, "Oh, no, let's find a sushi place in Vacaville," which is the opposite way. And it's also, we're going to drive past my house another 20 minutes, and then he'd have to drop me back off. So I was like, well, let's get to Vacaville. And when we get there, Mo, my husband, will come pick me up in Vacaville. He's like, no, I'll drive you back. Again, not out of the ordinary because we're used to driving everywhere, right? But when we were heading back, he purposely gets lost and we end up in Port Costa. And I don't know if you know where Port Costa is, but it's like even further than Vallejo. And then we start driving around and I was like, again, not out of the ordinary because we usually get lost and just drive around where we are at. So then we head back to Vacaville. We get to Vacaville, we eat, we get sushi, and we sit in the car. And then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, let's go. And he's like, "Oh, you want ice cream?" And I look at the building and there's a line coming outside. I'm not good at lines. I don't like to stand in line. But then he goes, "Oh, it's not that long. It'll go fast." It didn't go fast. So we get ice cream. And we head back to the car and the ice cream is melting. So I have to hurry up and eat it. But I'm lactose intolerant. And so I was sucking down all this ice cream. We get in the car and then I couldn't even finish it. I asked for 1 scoop. The guy gave me 2 scoops and then it started melting and I had to suck it all down. Then we throw away the rest of the ice cream because I just couldn't finish. And I'm lactose intolerant. So then after I eat my ice cream, now I'm like telling him, "Dude, we got to go. We have to go soon because I'm lactose intolerant and I'm going to blow up this car." So he goes, okay. So we're getting on the freeway in Vacaville, and if you know the entrance freeway from the outlets, there's a stop sign. There's a red light. A red light or a stoplight, and to enter the freeway, it goes red, green, whatever. So we're like 3 cars behind the 2 cars. It's 2 lanes. There's 3 cars in the line, and we're third in the far right lane. And next to us is crazy shit, right? So, hi, Alex, Sean, good morning. Evie Foley, my mama is on. Lena, Manulelua, good morning, San
Lena.
Jose.
Good morning, Auntie.
Britt, Malona, good morning, Britt. Mosa, good morning, everybody. So we're at the light. We're the 3rd car behind. There's nowhere to go. What's the side of the road? It's the shoulder of the freeway, or there's a pole there.
Wait.
You tell your side of the story. I got to defend
myself a little bit here. The light is broken. It's red. It's not turning green ever. So we're the fourth or fifth people in line.
Yeah.
And the light's red for, like way too long. And so finally the 2 people in front decide, okay, we waited long enough.
Yeah,
we're going to
go.
So those set of 2 cars go. The next 2 cars at the limit line, they wait for, I don't know, 30 seconds, and then they go. So I'm thinking, okay, now people have figured out the light's broken. You're just going to have to go stop on your own, police yourself, and then go. So the next people get up there, and they sit there, and they don't ever, we're going to sit there, I don't know, till somebody comes out from the city to fix the light.
No. That's so. The light is red. Now, everyone knows Carl. He is the cool, mellow person out of our tag team partners here. He is the mellow one. He's cool and calm. The light is red, and I'm just sitting there. He starts blowing on the horn, right? And I'm like, who are you, and what have you done with Carl? He's blowing on the horn. I go, what are you doing? You can't go. He goes, the light's never going to turn. We got to go. And I was like, okay. And then he's blowing on the horn, and then all of a sudden he hits the car in reverse, and I was like, dude, there's nowhere to go. He gets on what's the side?
The shoulder.
He drives on the shoulder of the freeway, passes the 2 cars in front of us, and then cuts in. And I was like, who are you, and what are you doing?
So right now, those 2 cars are still at that light. They never left. They just sit there forever.
Yes. So Carl he gets on the freeway, and now I'm in shock because I don't know what happened. And then I get home. So we get home, and I'm talking to Carl, and I go, oh, my son is here, not out of the ordinary. And my daughter and her boyfriend, they're here. Their car is here. And I go, not out of the ordinary. So he pulls to the side, and he goes to make a U-turn, and I'm talking.
Then I start jabbering about don't you walk Sunga over there? And I point over to the school, this roundabout where the parents turn around to pick up the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And Naki's like, what? Like, that's the most random thing.
Right.
But I'm trying to point her attention away from the specific cars that we're driving by.
Yeah. So we park, I get in front, I get through the door, and lo and behold, I walk in, and there's there's like, I don't know, 10 to 15 people in my house. Okay, 20. There's 20 people in my house. My house is decorated with, balloons and flowers, and everyone that has helped me through my cancer journey was in the house. And mind you, last Sunday when we were running around was me and Mo's anniversary. So I see all the people. And let me back up again. On Thursday, when I had my last treatment last Thursday for my cancer, and I get home Thursday after treatment, and my kids had decorated the house, and I had flowers, and they cooked breakfast for me. And so I thought, oh my God, that's so awesome. I mean, I really, really was surprised, and I love that they did that. So when I walked through the door on Sunday and I seen everybody there, I thought, is this an anniversary party? And it's 34 years. And I was like, 30, that's an odd number to celebrate. And so then I see everybody. Good morning, Adele, sister, Margaret, Asuenga, Cecilia, sister, Anthony, hi, brother. So I walked through the door, and I thought it was an anniversary party party. And then my daughter, who was standing near the door, goes, "No, Mama, it's for you." And then I lost it. I started bawling, and they had a surprise celebrating my last treatment. Totally threw me off, and I was just shocked.
Everybody did their job.
Everybody
right?
did their
Everybody
job.
did the job.
And
right.
Carl and I usually tell each other everything. We tell each other everything. So I was surprised that he held it in really good.
Yeah, she looked at me and she goes, "You didn't tell me a thing,
Right.
not even a hint, nothing." And I was like, "That's how it's supposed to work. That's what a surprise party is."
Yeah, and they were trying to get rid of us. We cut the show early because the tables that they ordered had arrived early.
Here's how that goes. So we're sitting here doing the show, and Mena texts me with Naki right next to me. So I'm like turning my phone away so she doesn't see her daughter's texting me, and I'm like, she goes, "Can you drag?" Because we're going to get done at 11 originally. That was the plan. Then she says, "Can you go till 11:30?" And I said, "Yeah." I'm in my mind, I'm like, "Sure." So then we go into, which actually has been a great thing, because we're going to end up having shows, at least one show about Samoan legends and
Right.
superstitions and those kind of things. So
Right.
we get into this whole discussion about aikus and legends and monifo and all these things. And so we're just getting going. And then I get another text from Mena, and she's like, "No, you need to end at 11. The tables are here." And I'm like, and that's where in the show last week, I texted Naki, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling it was BLM. I'm not feeling BLM as a topic. Let's just end the show."
Right.
And so we ran off the air at that point. And I'm sure Naki was wondering what the hell was going on. But
Yeah.
it was an amazing amount of coordination, especially by Naki's kids. Naki's kids put everything together. They were literally putting things together in the garage
While
while
we're
we're
out
doing
here.
the show. They're bringing the tables in. They're putting all the things together. And that's why I was so desperate to get us out of the house, because my one job was to get you out of the house and bring you back on time.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm so grateful for everybody that was here. And because of COVID-19, they didn't invite everyone that they wanted to invite. So they limited it. And then they had the people that couldn't make it, that they were going to invite, make a video saying congratulations. And I think we've posted that on social media. I'll reshare it on PBD. It's on my personal page. And so they had people that couldn't be here, or that my kids limited it because of COVID-19. And so people that couldn't make it, they made a video just congratulating, and it was so amazing. The whole day was so beautiful. I'm so grateful for my babies, and Mo and Nick and Carl, and just my sisters were here, Kay and Kimmy. Just grateful for the people that have been, and all the prayers, everyone that has said a prayer for me. I've felt it. I love you for it. And I'm just so grateful for everyone that has supported and reached out. And whether you didn't reach out and said a prayer, I appreciate you. I loved everything about last Sunday. My brother George was here, my brother Pete, my brother Chach. My mom sent a video. She couldn't be here, but she sent a video. And so it was just.
Said you're the favorite.
Yeah,
there, right?
she said I was the favorite. Got it on video. If you know my mom, she says everybody's the favorite. So she just, it was beautiful, and I appreciate everyone that was here. My Jordan girls were here. My babies, Molly and Rachel, and their kids, Tanaya and. No, not tonight. That's Mata's, but Mata texts me. But Clea and Kyrie, and just my grandbaby Amani, and just Leah Bratt and Neo. I mean, it was just Mona and George and everyone that has sat with me during treatment, who has called me every day, who has called and said prayers with me. I mean, I just appreciate everyone, and all of you that had tuned in every Sunday and put your hand out and pray for me. I love you, and thank you so much. And thank you to my babies and Mo and all of you that were here last week. Did I forget anybody? My Tiffany and Shelby and Edmund and, oh my gosh, who else? Steve, Cato, my Steve, and Nathan, and my sister Mona, and oh my gosh, just tons and tons.
Memory.
Yeah, it meant so much to me, and I just love you all, and so thank you. So I just want to get that out. I want to say thank you to all my family and friends who made videos. Sister Flo made a video. My sister Adele made I mean, it made me cry because I'm a crybaby, first of all. And then and then JP, my brother JP, who was injured and can't see. He lost his vision in the injury, and I hadn't seen him in such a long time. He sent a video, and oh my gosh, my sister Gina, both Ginas sent a video. Fanga and Epi and her girls, Annie Fresh, Annie Uparesa. I love the video. I love the whole day. And my kids had tables set out in my backyard. They rented tables and chairs, and everyone got a coffee cup that said blessed or scripture on it with journals. And so it was very beautiful, and I loved it.
A lot in the way that Fanga now sings every morning. After Sister Kay did the prayer, I heard everybody going, we're just going to have her do the prayer every time.
Yeah.
It was such an amazing prayer that she spoke from the heart.
Yeah.
And just hit, it was so well done that, I think she just does the prayer every time she's in the building now.
Yeah, that's my sister Kay. Po'oi Fakava, her and I have known each other since we were, I think in Pilasama, who is a project manager there at Samoan Community Development Center, which is a great program, whether you don't even have to be Samoan to check out their resources that they have. They had their sweatshirts on, and it had SCDC. I think it's like a navy color, and I seen it, and I was like, oh my God, I love that sweatshirt. And it was like, gosh, it's been a couple of months since I said that out loud. And what happens was Yvette texted me. Yvette works at SCDC too, and she texted me and she said, oh, I got you and Carl some sweatshirts. And I was like, yes. See what happens when you say stuff into the universe? It comes true. Say it, believe it, and it happens. So,
speaking of Samoan Community Development Center, PIYA is their children's program. It's not after school because there is no school, but so it's culture, dance, language. Our niece is going through the program right now.
Moana, she does a great job.
The numbers, the songs, the colors. She was
colors.
I just need to remember to mix that in every week at some point, so we get to hear your iced tea impression.
Right.
So in our Bible study, Britt Maalona is part of that. She actually runs it. Sometimes it's on her Zoom. And everybody who, it's either me or you or Flo that goes through the different pictures with instructions on them, like the colors and the numbers and those kind of things. And we always just call on Moana just because we know she's there, even if she's not on the camera.
She's learning. Their Facebook page and Instagram page, they go live with some of their teachings.
Story time with Patsy.
Story time. They're doing cooking this week. They were teaching people how to make kopai. So go follow them. They're doing an amazing job. Amazing. So,
and not just a children's program. They're out in the community delivering food to seniors. They did the drive-by graduation for the class of 2020. They do so many different things. We could maybe we should, but we could do a whole show on just all of the different programs that SCDC is providing for the community. Right.
And Moana is doing such a great job. So we're going to come back and talk about all the amazing stuff that SCDC is doing, PIYA, Samoan Solutions, regional Pacific Islander Task Force, just gave away food at Pastor Maverick's church. So we'll be right back.
We're going to.
Oh yes. So, the song we're going to play. Right? Do you have to read anything? No,
I don't, because I don't have a computer.
Oh, sorry. So the song we're going to play, Fanga Misa, who is with Samoan Solutions, who they do a lot of great community work, and every year they have this turkey trot, which I hope it's going to happens in November. It's their 5K, Samoan Solutions 5K turkey trot for charity, and so they have it every year, and it's usually at Brisbane. Her son, Malai Tia Tia, we call him.
T for MVP.
T for MVP, but we call him Tia because that's his name. He has a song out, and so that's going to be our next song. It's a big shout out to him. He went to boot camp Air Force.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your services. God bless your journey, and we'll see you soon. So this is going out to Tia and Sister Fanga. This is Cold World. Cold World. We'll be right back.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Q.
Joseph.
From Island Block Radio. Y'all are tuned in to the Faika podcast.
Every Sunday at 10 to 12 noon.
Stop playing. Come on.
And on this rap wave, I mean I'm down but I ain't that brave. Round of applause for the kid, don't leave a clap say. Making moves for them times when I didn't have say. They love my shine and I ain't pleased with it. Respect my ground and everyone that ain't believe in it. Just looking back on everything that I've achieved with it. My vision vivid for the time because I see different. Yeah, they see I see different. I want better but I need different. Changing my mind on the daily, gon' reflect on me. While it broke but I always kept a check on me. I can't look down my young ones, they depend on me. Can't fold, I can't even make a big crease. Can't stop until I'm popping like fish grease. Coming up as a child, I had big dreams of playing ball or selling out stages on the big screen. Cause it's a cold world, but I'm gon' shine through. They told me keep my head up, well I've been trying to. They say that I'm gon' do it big, well I've been dying to. I wish I got that same love from the ones that lied to. Cause it's a cold world, but I'm gon' shine through. They told me keep my head up, well I've been trying to. They say that I'm gon' do it big, well I've been dying to. I wish I got that same love from the ones that lied to. Been the chosen one, but please don't call me Penny Hardaway. Mama said I'm stubborn, always seem to learn the harder way. I'm just trying to find the words to say all the things that's so hard to say. I'm shining like the sun and grinding through all of the harder days. A opposite mentality, I need me a ring. When I get it, best believe it, I won't strive for the team. Race missing on my work, then they gon' treat me like a king and never be a follower, but always follow my dreams. Yeah, cause they say on the man, shoot, I gotta be. Only got a couple that gon' ride with me. Cause if you lie to your mama, you gon' lie to me. That's why winning my love is like the lottery. And my love, it just go deeper. Get on my level, all you suckers in the bleachers. I'm giving as you taking lessons, I can teach you. A long clock set, but I told them you're still a dreamer. It's a cold world, but I'm gon' shine through. They told me keep my head up, well I've been trying to. They say that I'm gon' do it big, well I've been dying to. I wish I got that same love from the ones that lied to. Cause it's a cold world, but I'm gon' shine through. They told me keep my head up, well I've been trying to. They say that I'm gon' do it big, well I've been dying to. I wish I got that same love from the ones that lied to.
Picture. And we're back. You're listening to the FICA podcast. That was for... That was Tia Misa. I don't know what his nickname is. It's Tia Misa. He went to the Air Force this week. He left home to join the Air Force, so we shut us down again. I know San Francisco was going to reopen stage 2 or phase 2 a couple of weeks ago, and Mayor London Breed, bless her soul, has shut that down. And I think other counties are starting to follow. We've got tons and tons and tons of crazy numbers for PI. Like, I was going to pull them up, but I probably deleted it.
So while she's getting the specific numbers, what the reason that it got so out of control in China was that their medical infrastructure was overwhelmed. So there was no beds for the people that truly needed the medical attention. So then they didn't get the attention, and then the death toll starts rising. What we're looking at, and I am on our the national COVID response team, but I'm also on the hotline, the helpline for the company that I work at. And my cousin lives in Texas. She lives in between Austin and San Antonio, and she's tied into the medical system, the medical profession. There, some of those cities, San Antonio, Houston, Austin, they're at 80% capacity. So they're 20% away from not being able to take patients.
Right.
And that's where the extreme danger comes in if we are not able to treat the ones that actually need the treatment. Because right now it is like they're just people are just doing whatever they want. And it's like we have to punt and start managing from a hospital beds perspective. And places like Texas and Arizona and Florida, they're all approaching capacity. So from the PI perspective, because it's so much more. There's two different things. There's how easily we get COVID-19, and then how well our bodies fight COVID-19. Because our rates are so high, we don't do well once we have it. So not getting it, once again, going all the way back to February and March when Dr. Samuel was saying the best way to do this for the Pacific Islanders is to not get it. And that just simply comes down to social distancing and shelter in place.
Yes.
And the masks and the gloves. Naki's going to go over specific numbers, but when you have hospitals and infrastructure that are at 80% capacity, 70% capacity, and filling up, that's something everybody needs to pay attention to. We should pay attention anyway.
Right.
But the situation is about to become dire in places like Florida and Texas and Arizona.
Yeah, I just wanted to say good morning to Ai Pao Pao, who is checking in from Tonga. Good morning, Tonga.
Good morning, Tonga.
Let's see, Lisa Reti, my niece, checks in every week. Sean Paul Sanico Vea, thank you for tuning in this morning. And we can ask you to share the podcast because we've got COVID-19 information. We have some local information to share. So, and the numbers, PI numbers are so important, and we just want to make sure that you are informed. You can also go to the Pacific Islander COVID-19 response team, their Facebook page. They update daily with numbers. And I know you're sick of me talking about it, but they have created a Pacific Islander COVID response team because our numbers are so high. And it's led by doctors and educators and community-based organizations. Dr. Samoa, Reno Samoa, who is a epidemiologist, and he specializes in diabetes and has been one of the lead forces, along with Nia Alisi is freaking awesome. Dr. Michelle Leland, who is in Arkansas, she is a Marshallese descent. She's, doing the numbers in Arkansas, and we have PIs in Arkansas, and the numbers are crazy there. We have Jacob Fitisimanu Jr., who is on this task force, and he is doing the numbers in Utah. Joseph Saya, who is in Washington. Oh my God, tons and tons of Dr. Malik Fuimono, who is also on the task force. So it's not just a group of people. These are actually doctors and special researchers that are getting the data from each community and each state to make sure that we get accurate information to share with you guys. And at the very least you can do is just wear a mask. To protect other people from you, really. So. And it's a respectful thing to do. We're high on respect. We're PIs. We respect everyone. And so at the very least, just wear a mask. If you don't believe the numbers are high, just go to that page and get all the data that they have. It's crazy. And you think that we're a small community, but this small community has high numbers. And so in Hawaii, they have 295 new cases from July 3rd. So that was, 9 days ago. So the numbers are probably higher now. In Iowa, can you believe we're in Iowa? Girl, we everywhere. 303 new cases. Oregon has 281 new cases. State of Washington has 760 new cases, not just of people. These are PI, Pacific Islanders, whether you're Tongan, Samoan, Marshallese, Fijian, Tahitian, Melanesian, Micronesian. These are our numbers. These are our people. So let's protect one another. We're going to church today. We're going to be masked up. We're going to social distance. We're going to sit away from people. And then we just want to be safe. So check out the numbers at the Pacific Islander COVID-19 response team. They have a Facebook page. That's my spiel. I'm just saying I want us all to be protected, and I am a person with a immune system that is compromised. So if I need you to respect my space and to wear a mask. Carl also, his immune system is compromised, so we need you to wear a mask around us. Let's just be safe. That's all. Just be safe. You have elders in your house. We have different generations that live in one household. Protect your grandmother. Protect your grandfather. Protect your parents. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's respect, right? And respect for your elders that you're going to be around is to be safe and engage in safe behavior yourself so you don't put them at risk.
Yeah. So this week, Helen Verma, good morning.
Good morning, Helen.
Helen, share to the Fijian and you. Well, okay, girl, Fiji, check it in. Wow. So we have and our information is going all over the world. And if you don't believe us, go check out that Facebook page. It's led by doctors and specialists and Pacific Islander doctors and specialists and educators. So if you don't believe us, go there.
Probably the best way to get your data is try to get it in a way that's not politicized. So if you can get the information from the CDC or the World Health Organization, there's several different organizations that are as least politicized as possible. If you get these off of, CNN, Fox, ABC, CBS, those kind of things, there's probably more likely to be a slant to the numbers or the angle or the way that it's communicated. So find ways to get pure data.
Right.
The information that Naki just went over is it's vetted, it is accurate, and it's specific to Pacific Islanders. And we're not saying that's not a Republican, that's not a Democratic, that's not a independent, that's
they
not
don't care
any
where
kind
you
of
stand.
Right. That's not any kind of slant in the way that we're trying to present the numbers. All we're trying to do is get you the information so you can make good, informed, safe decisions.
Right. Make up your own mind to protect your loved ones and the people you love. Good morning, Puka. Thank you for tuning in. Nadine, Deanie. Good morning, Deanie. So we have Bibles. Well, so we're learning to speak Samoan, and there's so many resources now. So
We were just talking about that on Pacifica Talanoa, right?
Yes.
About all the different places there are now you can learn the language.
Will Fanene has a class. He is the creator of Mato Samoan language. We had him on our midweek Faika podcast. He was on a couple of weeks ago, and he spoke about the Mato Samoan language app. Go get that app. It's a great app. It teaches you sentence structures. It teaches you he has quizzes on there. So he started a class that he's doing twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. And he's teaching someone, and we've had people that are on the class who are really enjoying it and really like the way that he teaches, and they're so grateful for it. So go check out his Facebook page is Mato Samoan Language. He has an app, Mato, Matou, and he's also on Instagram. So every day he gives a new word and he breaks it down, and the meaning is he's doing a really great actually job of getting people to learn the language. A lot of people are trying to learn Samoan, and they have, I'm sure there's Tongan classes, that Chamorro classes. You just have to look.
Right.
If you really want to learn your language, you just have to look. It's out there, and you've got to want it. So
yeah, there's a Tongan language class taught out of Salt Lake.
Yes.
That's out there. But so an example about the Will Fanene's app is I didn't understand. And I think I'd asked you like a year ago. I said, how do you say the greenhouse? And I was saying the greenhouse, right? And in some cases, the adjective, the green, comes after. So it's like saying the house green in Samoan. And I wanted to know, how do I know where what goes? Where the adjective goes, like technical stuff, right? It's on the app. I went and dug around on the app yesterday to try to find that specifically because we had talked about it on Friday at Pacifica Talanoa. So yesterday I was digging around on the app, and there was an explanation of where the adjective goes in relation to the noun. So it's a piece that I need in my journey learning the language is the sentence structure, like what goes, where does the subject go in relation to the verb, all that kind of stuff, which I think is hard to explain if you understand the language. I think that piece can be hard to explain to somebody who's trying to learn it, because you and I have had those conversations several times, and you're like, I'm not sure why, but here's how it's set. Like, here's how you would say it, but I'm not sure why it's structured this way. So if you're looking for technical stuff too, the app has a lot of that information.
Yeah, I love that. And then we had the Ngangana Samoa book. I wish I had brought it down, but a group of us had that book. So, Pastor Fatleava usually has a class on Thursdays at 5:00, and he's on a break right now. And I believe he'll start back up at the end of July or August. And since he's taken a break, a bunch of us who have the book Ngangana Samoa book, started getting together. If you have the book, on Mondays, and are just going page by page. And Britt, who is leading the group, kind of sort of has the audio CD of the how to pronounce the words correctly. And so we're going page by page. It's Monday again, this Monday. And so if you're interested, let us know. And then we also have a Bible study. So we're trying to learn, we are trying to learn Samoan like crazy, right? And so they say the way to learn is to read the Bible. So we're taking the English Bible and the Samoan Bible, and we're reading every morning, except for Sundays. We read every morning the English part, and then you read the Samoan part. And my mom is leading that class, and she's teaching us how to say the words correctly. And everybody has improved. Like we started, I think, last month, and a lot of people that have started have never read Samoan in their life. And then I went back on this week, and like everybody has improved 100%. My sister Mona is on there. And when she started, she was barely reading somewhat. Now she's flowing a lot better than when she's I mean, it's a great way. I'm serious. A great way to learn Samoan. And so if you want to join, let us know. You can come in our morning group. It's right after 6 a.m. local. We're in there at 6:50. 6:50. I know it's early, but get up. 6:50, and then hit us up. We'll send you the Zoom link so that you can join us in the morning. And all we ask is that you bring your English and Samoan Bible.
And I found the easiest way is the Samoan Bible app. So that I'm not turning pages in two different books. And really, if everybody was turning pages in two different books, it would be really loud.
Yeah.
So I found the easiest way to navigate that is just have the app.
Yeah, download the Bible app and then go to your settings and change the language. Like you can change it to Tongan, you can change it to Chamorro, you can change it to Samoan. We're using the Samoan portion. So if you want to join, please hit us up. We have Mali, Flo, of course, her sister, and Hopi has joined. Britt Malona has joined. I mean, it's a great class to learn. And really, you just think we're reading, but we're starting to understand what we're reading. How crazy is that? Okay. So hit us up. I wanted to tell you, if you haven't filled out your census 2020, what the hell? Like, you have until October 4th. Come on. We're Pacific Islanders. We were not barely counted in the 2010 census. So the 2020 census, we need all Pacific Islanders to fill out the form so we're missing out on resources. We're missing out
There's your professional FICA delivery. If you haven't done it yet, come on.
Come on, man.
So here's a good example of why the census is so important. There are people that are the gentrification process that's going through in like Sunnydale and Hunters Point. There are people, and they've said, if you can prove that you live there, then you have a place in the new buildings that are going up.
Right.
So people are trying to find old pieces of mail. They're trying to find old utility bills. If we had gone through the census, if we had put and done the census, and this may happen, this may happen 20 years from now. You may be looking for, how do I prove that I lived in X, Y, or Z place? If you register for the census, that's an easy search. You can do all that in 10, 15 minutes and have it. So there's things that down the road, you won't know the benefit of this until you don't have to go through what some people are going through right now to prove that they lived in places that are getting gentrified.
Right. So you have until October 14th to fill out the census. If you no longer have the letter that they sent you with your ID number or whatever, because they'll ask you for a number, there's somewhere on the website where you can just say, no, I don't have the number, and fill that shit out. Okay. Question number 9. I mean, there's 9 questions. One of the questions is, what is your race or nationality? If you don't see your island on there, there's a box where you can write your name in. I'm surprised that Samoa is on there. And so fill it out. Also, I real quick before we go, because we got to go to church. Afrotene has her new podcast out.
Maybe her best. Definitely one of her best.
But every week, like every time I listen, I go, this is my favorite one. And then I listen to the next one and then I go, no, this one is my favorite one. This one, go follow her on SoundCloud and her social media. Go listen to her podcast. This one is my favorite. I know every week I say it's my favorite, but this one is my favorite until next week. It's Dear Pacifica organizers, please stop. It's very, very good. I love her. Go check her out. She talks about a priest Stowers, how he's victim blaming. It's freaking amazing. And she's, I don't know, she says everything that I want to say, but says it like a million times better. So go check out Afrotene. I think that's it. That's all I have because we're trying to get out of here. Any last words, sir?
No, my favorite line of the show today is, if you haven't filled out the census, come on. Naki said so.
Come on, fill out that census. Let's see. Essence of Mana, they're going to do Fangongo Samoa. They postponed it. They may do it online, so go follow Samoa Solutions for more information. My Sister's House is a nonprofit organization in Sacramento. They've been there for 20 years. They're serving the Asian, Pacific Islander, and other underserved women and children impacted by domestic violence. Their phone number is 916-428-3271. That's the quickest way you can get help and more information. What else? Time to go?
Yep, that's it for today.
Okay.
I hope you have a blessed rest of your Sunday. We are chasing an interview for our midweek to talk about legends and superstitions and ghost stories in the Pacific Islands, specifically Samoa. So hopefully we land that. Either way, we will have a midweek. So check us out then.
Yeah, check us out on Tuesday because that's when I'm off. I'm off on Monday and Tuesdays. That's why we're doing that. So thank you for tuning in to the FICA podcast. Please follow us on all social media outlets. My Instagram is blowing up. Go figure. Thank you to Fualunga Visuals, my baby Mena, who helps us every Sunday. Big
Change the
shout out
time
to
on
her
her today. It's still a great show.
Yes. Thank you to Mena. Thank you to my family again for last week. Thank you to all of you for your videos. And come back to FICA with us next Sunday. Love you.
Coming from the next lane. Cornmeal. It's a cold world, but I'm gon' shine through.